What's up, family? Man, this is gonna be one of these videos. This is gonna be one of the ones, you know what I mean? And it is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Man, this is gonna trigger some of you. This is gonna piss some of you off. And man, I don't make these videos to be offensive in any way, shape, or form. I make these videos to be educational, to inspire, to challenge our way of thinking, because we have to grow the fuck up. And when I say things, man, please don't take it personal. I don't know you guys individually, you know what I mean? So I'm not speaking directly at you. I'm just putting it out there that this is what I see. This is what I see. This is what I understand based on the coaching and the mentoring that I've done for so many years, based on the education that I have, based on my meditation and my communication with God, source, universe, you know what I mean? My perspective, okay? It is what it is. Man, we got to grow the fuck up. We got to grow the fuck up. One of the, somebody commented on a video I made a few days ago, are they a man or some dude? I think it was a short video that I made. And somebody wrote something, and I believe it's, I apologize if I'm pronouncing this wrong, Tracy Johill, 8048. Again, my apologies if I mispronounce your name. She wrote a comment. The majority of today's males populations have been taught to not respect women in general, and that's all they've ever witnessed growing up. Any solutions on how to resolve this growing epidemic? 3 question marks. And then she said, anybody, 3 question marks. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about accountability. Accountability. And it is true because we want people to be accountable, but when it comes to us, we don't want to accept accountability. You know what I mean? I'm drinking my hibiscus tea. We expected, demand motherfuckers to be accountable for their actions. We get in relationships, we look at our parents and we demand, man, y'all sucked as parents, and y'all was mean, and and y'all didn't let me do whoop, and y'all didn't give me and we talk all this shit, wanting to hold everybody else accountable. But then when it comes to our actions, we want to give ourselves a pass. Oh, I did the best I could do. Oh, God knows. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. But then we demand and expect everybody else to be perfect. Oh, we going there today. We going there, and man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We've got to grow the fuck up. We've got to grow the fuck up. And I talk about this a lot on this channel. Man, the male population today, is the black male population today in America, for the most part, suck. It suck. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers ain't no fucking men. At all. And they don't know how to be a fucking man. And I'm not saying that this is just a black thing. I see this in all fucking cultures in America today. I'll be 54 next month. I've been around for a minute. I've seen some things. I've been to 47 of the fucking 46 of the fucking 50 states. I've been around. I've seen some things. The male population in America, the young male population in America, suck and have no fucking idea how to be a man. And yes, this young lady's correct. For the great majority of them, they do disrespect women. But let's break it down why they disrespect women. See, it's easy for us to sit back and say the males suck. These guys suck. Okay, who fucking raised them? Oh, we're going there. We're going there. We're going there. And it is what it is. We got to grow the fuck up and accept responsibility and be accountable for our motherfucking actions. I get it. Being a single parent's hard. It's hard as fuck. I was a single parent for 9 years back in the 90s. I know what it means to be a single parent. I was a single parent in fucking LA. So don't come at me talking about, oh, you don't know the struggle of being a single parent. I've done the shit. Raised a daughter and a son. Done the shit. Been there, done that. You got me fucked up. When I talk from fucking experience. Let's look at who's raising these little motherfucking crumb snatchers. Let's look at who's raising these little badass motherfuckers running around the streets that don't respect authority, that don't respect life, that don't respect women, that don't respect their motherfucking selves, running around with their fucking pants hanging down their fucking ass. Oh, we going there today, and it is what it is. It is what it is. How the fuck can we expect these guys to respect women and they don't even respect their motherfucking selves? Ain't nothing manly but a dude walking around with his ass hanging out and him showing his fucking drawers to some motherfucking dudes. Ain't nothing manly about that. Let's keep this shit real. All these motherfucking dudes running around here talking about, I'm a king, I'm a boss, da, 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 da. You ain't shit. You fucking lost and confused. But let's talk about who raised these people. Let's talk about how they got there. See, because it's easy for us to sit back and say, these motherfuckers ain't shit, these motherfuckers, da, 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 da. Who fucking instilled their morals and values into these kids? Or into these young dudes when they were kids? What was their fucking upbringing like? And if the truth be told, again, I was a single parent back in the 90s, when there wasn't too many dudes in America raising their own kids as single parents. Let's look at who raised these little motherfuckers. For the great majority, it's the women who raise these little motherfuckers. I'm gonna say it again because the noise is going in the background. It's the motherfucking women who raise these little badass fucking dudes running these fucking streets. Because for the most part, daddies wasn't in the picture. Daddy's either locked up or gone on to another family. Or out in the fucking streets. So it was the women raising these little motherfuckers running around here. It was the women raising these little motherfucking knucklehead dudes, raising these trifling ass, wretched ass fucking girls. Oh, we going there today. We going there. Y'all ain't gonna like this shit. No, sir. But it is what it is. It's a conversation we need to have. We don't talk enough about this. We talk about everybody else's issues. Let's talk about Uganda. Let's talk about Afghanistan. Let's talk about Russia. Let's talk about Israel. We talk about everything else. But we don't want to point the finger at our fucking self. We don't want to look at our own shit. I remember my son asked me, he was little. He said, Daddy, are you my friend? I was like, hell no, I ain't your friend. He looked at me. I said, I'm your daddy. A friend is something somebody earns. The title friendship, they earn that. You ain't did shit in life for me to be able to determine whether or not you're going to be worthy of being my friend. I don't know what you're going to bring to the table. I don't know what your contributions to humanity and society is going to be. Because you ain't did shit yet. So I can't say that you're my friend. And he looked at me and he walked away. This puzzled look in his face. And I'm saying this to say this. So many of you single parents raise your kids trying to be their motherfucking friends, especially women. When you got sons, you raise these kids trying to be their fucking friend instead of being their motherfucking parent. You want to be fucking cool. You want to be the good parent. I didn't give a fuck about being a good parent. I was the only motherfucking parent. My kids didn't know where their mama was at, what she was fucking doing. And it wasn't my job to speak bad on what the fuck she had going on. It was none of my fucking business. I was too busy trying to be me. I was too busy trying to survive and struggle and raise my kids. And I wasn't perfect. I was military. I was harsh. I was hard. Y'all think I'm hard now. I'm soft now in my old age. I was hard as fuck. This drill sergeant shit. I hadn't even dealt with all my shit yet. Keep shit real. I hadn't dealt with my shit yet, and I was raising kids. So I know they grew up with some baggage. I know they grew up with some shit. Mama wasn't in the picture at all because she chose not to be in the motherfucking picture. Daddy got issues he ain't fucking dealt with yet. But I was there. I did my best under the circumstances. So many of us, we raise these motherfucking kids trying to be their motherfucking friends. And so they grow up and we trying to prove that we still got it. And y'all, man, I'm still pretty, I'm still fine, and all this other stupid ass simple-minded bullshit. And we turning up and getting drunk and having a fuck fest every fucking weekend and just doing the fucking most. Because we kids trying to raise fucking kids. And then we pissed when our kids come out fucking drug addicts. We pissed when our kids want to come out banging and slanging. We pissed when our kids come out fucking drunks. With no fucking ambition in life. Where the fuck they get? Motherfucker, they got that shit from you. You can push all this church shit you want to. They saw your motherfucking actions. Oh, we going there today. We going there and man, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. They heard you talking about you ain't supposed to lie and da. But then when the bill motherfucking collector's calling, tell him I'm not here. Somebody knocking at the door to repossess some shit. Somebody knocking at the door because you owe them some fucking money. You telling your kids to fucking lie. So they heard you in church talking all this shit. They heard you beating their ass and yelling at them for lying and whoop. But then they see you doing the same motherfucking thing. And they see you telling them to do the same fucking thing. Oh, we going there today. We going there. And so it's no coincidence. There's no mystery why these motherfuckers are confused and lost today. Look at the fucking parenting they got. Oh, we going there today. And it's not just parenting, but it starts with the fucking parenting. We could blame the hip hop culture. We could blame politics. We could blame social. We could blame all that shit we want to. And that has a role. But it starts and ends with the motherfucking parenting. And some of us have to acknowledge the fact that we fucking sucked as parents. We was chasing ass. We was chasing dick. We was chasing coke, weed, alcohol, everything else other than raising our kids. Yeah, that's the truth. We was doing everything but what we were supposed to be doing. So they grew up. And I know it's hard being a single parent. Again, been there, done that. I'm not insensitive to that. I was in the military raising my kids, for the most part. It's a lot of fucking demand on you as a military person, as a single military person. So I know the struggle. I know the struggle. But we have to grow the fuck up. And we have to face the truth that, damn, I wasn't ready for kids. I'm glad I have. Because it helped me grow the fuck up. It helped me face some shit I wasn't really ready to face. It kept me out of a lot of shit. Because I didn't want my kids exposed to certain things. Again, I'll be 54 in February. I came back to the United States, been overseas, and they sent me to Los Angeles. And I want to get into the porno industry. I did, truth be told. I love sex. Man, I enjoy the hell out of sex. You know what I mean? Just real shit, I do. I love sex. And it was like, damn, I'm coming back to LA? Porn capital of America? I'm getting fucking paid. Money and sex? I could get both? Shit. I'm in, bet. You know what I mean? You ain't said nothing but a word. I'm game, you know? One day I cooked and I was sitting there, just looked at my daughter and my son. And we always ate dinner together, but I'm sitting there looking at them this one day. And my daughter is the oldest, and she looked like me, and she's like me. And it's like, damn, I can't do that. I want to do it, but I can't do it because of my daughter and my son. Because the last thing I want in my mind is, or last thing I want my daughter to have to experience is going to one of her friends' house or to her boyfriend's house. My daughter couldn't have boyfriends until she was 30-something, is what I told her, you know what I mean? But one of the last thing I want them to do was to go to one of their friend's house or boyfriend, girlfriend's house. And they throw in a video of porn. And here comes this bald-headed motherfucking me, you know what I mean? Up in the shit. And they be embarrassed. And the other people like, hold it, ain't that your daddy? Or my daughter or my son like, hold up, that's my fucking daddy. And people seeing their daddy doing porn. That's not something I wanted my kids to be exposed to. That's the only thing that kept me from trying to pursue that. Because love for sex and money, well, I ain't give a fuck too much about money, but the sex, shit, I was game for that. I would have did the porn shit for free. You know what I mean? Truthfully, though, but the fact that they were gonna pay me too, cool. You know what I mean? That was icing on the cake. I didn't want my kids exposed to that. I didn't want my kids exposed to a lot of shit. Again, my kids, for the most part, grew up in LA. I didn't want them exposed to the hood. I didn't want them exposed to the slanging of dope. They knew about it. Got family that do it. I didn't want them exposed to having sex at an early age. It's a whole lot of shit I didn't want my kids exposed to. So it became my priority, my responsibility to make sure that they were exposed, they were aware of it, but not exposed to it where it was an everyday thing coming in and out of the house. Them seeing all these different women in and out of the house. And so when you sit back and you look at the kids or the young people today, and you sit back and say, well, damn, why are they like this? And what do we do? Okay, let's sit back and look, what was their upbringing like? Who exposed them to what? I got family members, man, these motherfuckers ain't even graduate high school. And I'm not throwing shame. They're knocking it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But everybody's drinking and partying and smoking. And it's like, motherfucking, what happened to being accountable? What happened to being responsible? What happened to checking these little badass motherfuckers and making sure they took their raggedy ass to fucking school and did they fucking work? When I was growing up, that's what the OGs was doing. See, when I was growing up, the OGs made sure, take your little badass to fucking school, and you better do your fucking homework and your assignments and what the hoop. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing my assignments, but fuck, I took my ass to school. You know what I mean? Because the OG said so. Because they couldn't, you wouldn't be caught hanging out on the fucking block. Not back in the day. There's a place for kids, and there were a place for adults. And the streets belong to the fucking adults. School belonged to the fucking kids. See, as young people, we couldn't hang out and be around adults when adults are talking. That was adult conversation. This is grown folk shit. Grown folk business. Stay in your little motherfucking lane, kid. And that's the shit they told us. And if we came and tried to hang around, they would, pow, take flight and cave in our fucking chest. And what they was telling us, take your little ass back over there and be a fucking kid. This is grown folk shit. We've lost all of that. We've lost all that. Now, we got family members exposing their nieces, their nephews, their cousins to sex. We got family members exposing their nieces, their cousins, their nephews to drinking, to smoking, to dope. It's no wonder why these young people growing up are fucked up and twisted. And for me, I grew up extremely poor. Extremely poor. And this was many of us in my generation done. We fucked up the next generation in the aspect of we grew up for the most part without. We grew up not having what we wanted. And so our mentality is, I'm going to give my kids the best. I'm going to spoil my kids because I couldn't have it. And what we've done was make fucking monsters and demons out of these motherfucking spoiled, ungrateful ass bitches. And I'm talking about boys and girls. You know what I mean? We've made fucking demons out of these motherfuckers who think that they're entitled to some shit just because they're here. You got motherfucking girls running around thinking they entitled to a fucking king. Motherfucker, you can't cook, you can't clean, you ain't bringing no fucking money to the table, you ain't got no fucking ambition, you ain't got no fucking ideas of how to generate some fucking revenue. You know what I mean? What the fuck do you bring to the table other than some pussy, a tongue, and the fucking titties? Nobody give a fuck about that shit. And you think you deserve a fucking king? And then you have some of these young guys who grew up with their mama working. And they still on their mama's nipple. Still mama boys. 30, 40, 50 fucking years old. Ain't never left the fucking roost. You know what I mean? Ain't never fucking left home. Mama, this is my best friend. Because they couldn't have daddy, I'ma cling to your ass. And then some women have completely flipped it in the aspect of, your daddy wasn't shit, da, 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 and they tearing down their daddy to their boys, to their kids. And so these young kids grow up. They listening to mama because mama providing everything for them. But the truth be told, they don't really respect mama. They don't respect daddy either because of all the bullshit mama said. But they don't really respect mama either. Who raised these motherfucking kids? How the fuck was they raised? Let's stop blaming everybody else for shit we were responsible for. Now look at now. It's the teacher's fault these kids can't read. It's the teacher's fault these kids get left behind. It's the teacher's fault my son is illiterate. It's the teacher's fault that my son don't know what 5 foot fly. That motherfucking 15 years old now. What happened to you teaching him his motherfucking ABCs? What happened to you sitting down with his little dumb ass and teaching him how to fucking read? What happened to you teaching him 1 + 1, 2 + 2, 3 + 3, 4 + 4? You ain't got no fucking responsibility in the fact that your son is fucking illiterate? You ain't got no fucking responsibility in the fact that that motherfucker don't know general math? He can't subtract 5 from 10? You want to blame the teachers for that? This is what we do in America now. We shift the blame to everybody else. It's everybody else's fault why these young guys don't know how to be men. It's everybody else's fault why these young women are fucking hoes and ratchet as fuck. It's everybody else's fault why these women can't fucking cook. Don't know how to fucking sew, don't know how to do shit. But suck some dick and fuck. Or eat some pussy. This is a grown folk channel. You may not like the delivery, but it's the truth. It is what it is. We've got to grow the fuck up. What have you done? As parents, what have you done? Stop sitting there blaming the daddy because the daddy ain't there. What the fuck did you do? Stop blaming the mama because she out sucking dick and she just turning up with everybody else other than you. What the fuck did you do? Stop blaming the teachers. Stop blaming the fucking politicians. What the fuck did you do? Talking about being accountable. We all have issues. None of us are perfect. But you've got to own up to the fact that, damn, I raised kids before I raised myself. Did you catch that? Most of us never even raised the fucking kids. We gave birth to them, we put seed in their mama, and we was there to cook and clean for them and make sure they did what they was supposed to do for the most part at home. Until they was 18 and we couldn't get rid of their ass fast enough. But for the truth be told, we never really taught them who they were. We couldn't really teach them who they were because we didn't know who the fuck we were. We couldn't teach them how to deal with their issues and their trauma because we didn't know how to deal with our fucking issues and trauma. So how do we resolve the issue? How do we resolve what's already taken place? Because we can't go back and undo what we've done. We can't just erase time and go backwards and be a better parent. We can't go back in time and be more loving, more nurturing, more strict, less strict, or whatever the case may be. It is what it is. What's been done is done. How do we resolve it? How do we begin the process of healing and fixing it? First, we got to own up to our responsibility and be accountable and hold ourselves accountable for being part of the problem. We are part of the problem. We were part of the problem. That's first and foremost. Now, after we acknowledge that and own up to that and apologize for, man, not having our shit straight. And man, and even after you acknowledge it and apologize, don't let these little badass motherfuckers hold that shit over your fucking head to where now you become a fucking slave to them. You got to kiss their fucking ass to be, around them or around your grand. Man, fuck the bullshit. Cut the shit off. Fuck them little badass motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck if that is your only kid. I don't give a fuck if that is your only grandkid. Cut they motherfucking raggedy ratchet ass off. That's part of being accountable and responsible too. You do your shit. You own up to what you done wrong. But you don't let them beat you over the motherfucking head and keep bringing up that bullshit. That's what you don't do. That's what we ain't gonna do. Own up to your shit. Then begin to start dealing, make sure your shit's straight. Start healing your shit. Start fixing and resolving your shit. Then you start with the next generation. You try to talk to the grown ass motherfuckers where you can, when you can. But you start doing it with the next generation. You start a YouTube channel, or you start mentoring and coaching. You start volunteering in after school programs. Go to the YMCA or spend some time with these single parent kids and just take them out to the boys out and teach them how to play basketball or play catch with them. Spend some time with these young girls and start educating them and becoming a fucking mentor and a role model to these kids that ain't got role models and mentors. Start a YouTube channel. Start a TikTok channel. Start putting positive shit out there. That's how we change it. That's the only way we could change it. You can sit there and pray all you want to, but until you start putting some motherfucking work in, prayer without works is dead. You got to do the motherfucking work. In whatever capacity you're capable of. But you have to become a fucking mentor. You have to become a motherfucking role model. If not, shit's gonna just keep getting worse and worse. But you have to own up to some shit. You have to be the change that you want to see in the world. You have to acknowledge the fact that, damn, I fucked up. Damn, I wasn't the best role model or mentor that I should have been, could have been to my kids. Forgive yourself for being imperfect. Forgive yourself of the struggles and the issues and the shit that you hadn't resolved before you had your kids. Forgive yourself for that shit. That was all part of the journey, all part of the process of your growth and development. Learn from your mistakes. And then start teaching others the knowledge and the wisdom and the insight that you've gained from those mistakes. Man, hope and pray that I said something to inspire you, to challenge you. We have to grow up. This is a hard topic to have, you know what I mean? Because our ego and our feelings get involved. But it needs to be done. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.